Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zhong, the owner of Zhong Cage Fighting Series, going down May 20, 5 weeks out. And right next to me, I have a Bryson Davis. Let's introduce Bryson to all the fight fans out there. Where are you coming from, and what gym do you train at right now, Bryson?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. My name is Bryson Davis. I'm an amateur fighter with a record of 2-1. Live in South San Francisco. I train out of 10th Planet Daly City and El Nino Training Center.
That's pretty awesome. Now, congrats on your win last week, right? 1 week ago.
Yeah, 1 week ago.
That's pretty good. Now, so your next fight, it's great because now both you guys have more than 3 fights, you and your opponent. So the next one is going to be 3 3-minute rounds and no shin guards. So that's going to be awesome. Now, let's rewind a little bit. How do you win your last fight?
Really just out-grappled him, outworked him on the ground. Got about, I think, 6 takedowns in the 3 rounds. So a lot of wrestling, and that was the path to victory that I saw. I felt that I had the advantage there, and so that's where the fight went. I would have liked to work my striking a little bit more, but when you keep going to the well and it keeps, things keep coming back, don't stop. So
that's pretty awesome.
That was the strategy, and that's how it worked out.
Now, the last event was supposed to be having you on the event too, but it's just somehow the opponent didn't work out, got injury, and then somehow you actually skipped the event and then didn't get a chance to fight. Now we finally got a solid opponent, already got his interview done. Did you watch his interview?
I didn't watch his interview. I haven't yet.
No? So he's officially got it done, signed and everything on last week. You got a solid opponent. I think he's coming off another loss for my last event. Maybe a little bit of stage 5. So hopefully this upcoming fight, another classic matchup again. A grappler versus a striker, and your opponent is more like a stand-up guy. I can't really put a style on him because he's more like karate is mixed with Muay Thai. Like I can't really tell the style of the striking he does. And the hop around sideways or like a Lyoto Machida type of stuff. What do you think of him?
He looks like a really solid opponent. He looks game. I don't think his record really reflects how good he is. Mm-hmm. Every time I've watched him, I've been impressed, and so it's a matchup that excites me. Mm-hmm. Because I think I'm gonna have to show up with more skills to put on display, and I haven't got to showcase my striking a whole lot in the cage yet, and I can strike, and I haven't used it a whole lot yet. But I'd like to do so, and I think in order to be successful in this fight, I'm going to have to.
So we're probably going to see some stand-up fighting there.
Yeah, well,
I know Sumit Paul is, I think he's really pretty much like all striking, like a very, very striking, and he's one thing about him, he's a very athletic. The guy's very athletic, and believe it or not, he doesn't really cut much weight. He walk around 145 and make 135 is easy, but the guy looks shredded all year round because he's the personal trainer too, So when you're watching his fight, what do you see yourself have a advantage on him?
I think I'll probably have some size on him. However, we're gonna find out when we get in there. Styles make fights. I'm excited to challenge myself. I don't want the matchups that don't intimidate me. Mm-hmm. I want to grow in this game. I want to get better. And so I know this is an opponent that's going to push me and it's going to make me better. And so I want to get in there and show that.
Now, how much time do you put on this training camp?
I really never stop training. I'm pretty much always in training camp. Just always ready to take a fight. I fought last week. Taking it, easy a little bit this week, but was still training, still sparring, still getting the work in, and I'll just continue to do so. Always ready to take a fight, even on our worst day, we should be ready to fight as fighters, and that's what I try to do.
That's pretty awesome. Now on this upcoming fight, I know you guys fighting in 135. What do you walk around weight right now?
I'm not sure what I weigh right now. I fought same day 145 last week. I don't know. I may be like 165, 170 today.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, 135 is not going to be an issue. I could sometimes walk around like 50, 55, and so I think the cut to 135 is not going to be an issue.
That's pretty awesome. Now, in the perfect world, how much longer do you think you want to keep doing the amateur before you making the pro jump?
Yeah, so I want to get at least 10 amateur fights in. but I'm trying to bang those out one after the next after the next. Once I would like to have my 10th fight by around this time next year, and at that time make the jump to pros.
That's awesome. Now, how old are you right now, Bryson?
I'm 27 years old.
27. So it's around that time now. Around that time. What do you do for work?
So I'm a full-time student at San Francisco State, and then I also work
right around the corner.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And then I also work and coach over at 10th Planet in Daly City.
So now you're a blue belt or purple belt?
I'm a blue belt in jiu-jitsu.
You're blue belt in jiu-jitsu from 10th Planet, from Gio's gym.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Now Gio's one of the OGs too. So can't wait to watching you polish your game. You know, last time you fought on my event was November last year, right?
November, that's correct.
Wow, blink of an eye, it's gonna be 6 months.
Yep.
6 months goes by. You know, we'll see what how your craft is slightly different in 6 months. You're gonna improve a lot, right?
Absolutely, and that's what I'm excited to showcase. You know, you put in so much work, you grow, and when you get the opportunity to get in the cage, you just want to put that on display and show everybody exactly what you've been doing.
Now, when you fight in pro, do you ever think about going down a weight class?
I think 135 is probably where I'll be as a pro.
Because you do pretty big at 135.
Right, and so I want to make that cut at least a few times as an amateur, just because I know I can do it, but I want to see how I feel and how I can perform at 135.
That's pretty awesome. Now, do you have anybody that in your radar that you like to fight?
Not really. You know, I do have a decision loss in my record, and I'd like to get that one back.
Who was it?
That was against Israel Smith.
Israel Smith. Where's he from?
I'm not even sure. I fought in 559 fights last August. Lost a decision, and I would like to get an opportunity to get that one back. And so outside of that one, I'll fight anybody. You know, I'm not really scared to jump in there and fight anybody, and whoever wants to give me the opportunity, I'll fight them. You know, I've had 4 or 5 fights, 4 or 5 opponents fall out, you know, since the beginning of the year. And so if you're willing to sign the line and actually show up and fight, I'm down to fight you.
There we go. Now it looked like you have a solid opponent, Sumit Paul. It's pretty determined, and you know, he talked to me right after the fight, even in the locker rooms, like, get me to the next show. I'm like, well, damn, you just finished the fight. Like, literally 20 minutes, like, I didn't perform there at the way I want to perform. Like, sign me up for May 20. Let me run it back. You know, I need to keep it going. I said, all right, rock and roll. You know, I got a solid opponent. I know exactly who I need to call. And then Sumit Paul is also another guy. He doesn't ever turn down a fight. He doesn't care. It's I just need to get in there. You know, that's pretty awesome. Now, if people want to get a hold of you, Bryson, how can people contact you for tickets?
They can hit me up on Instagram. It's at Bryson Davis 10PDC.
10PDC.
Yep.
Bryson. All right. What is that? The abbreviation?
10th Planet Daly City.
Oh, okay. 10th Planet Daly City. That's pretty awesome. Now, do you have any special loved one, training partner, coaches, and sponsors that you want to shout out to?
So I want to thank all my coaches and training partners over at 10th Planet Daly City, at El Nino Training Center, also up in Santa Rosa at NorCal Fight Alliance, Dave Terrell and his whole team up there. I want to thank them. And also my sponsors, I'm Hunting Monsters. If you want rash guards, spats, you know, grappling shorts, anything like that, hit them up. And you can find that on Instagram as well.
That's pretty good. All right. So now, if your opponent, Sumit Paul, watching this interview, what do you have to say to him?
Thank you for signing to fight. It's been tough for me to find fights. Opponents not wanting to show up. So I'm grateful that I was able to find an opponent who's game. And so I'm looking forward to the opportunity to fight. Let's do it. Let's put on a show.
This is the first time, I believe, both you guys, no shin guards, 3 minutes. It's going to be interesting. This fight is going to be a little longer, a little bit more strategy involved. You know, when you do a 3 2-minute round, sometimes just run by really quick.
Absolutely.
You know, so, well, I'm looking forward to have watching Bryson coming back. You got a W on my last November show, and can't wait to watching you perform again. Another guy, I always say to keep your eyes out, you know, hungry up-and-comer. Let's see how far this journey can push you through, you know. And any last word you want to say to anyone else out there?
No, just tune in May. You know, every time I fight, I show up ready. I put in the work, I do the preparation, and I come forward. I don't back down from anybody. And so come watch the show. Come watch us fight. You're gonna see some fireworks, no matter what. Promise that.
That's awesome. Now this live stream is this event's live stream pay-per-view nationwide. You guys cannot make it. Make sure you guys order your pay-per-view voucher from DragonHouseMMA.com, and please subscribe my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, Dragon_House_MMA. And after this upcoming event, May 20, the next one's gonna be in Cow Palace, August 19th, the biggest event in California. Don't miss it out. Tune in. It's gonna be lots of fights, non-stop, and a lot of high-level pros. Some of the UFC fighters that just got cut, and will be headlining that event. So it's gonna be draws a lot of attention, and a lot of making some big statements in the MMA world. So making sure you guys stay tuned. All the fighters want to get on that card, and making sure you guys DM me, get a hold of me. And I'm Zhong signing out. We'll see you guys May 20 at Keys Art Pavilion. Good to have you on board, Bryson. Thank you.
Thank you.